Nothing's perishable. It's all legacy being built. Question to you guys is, it's so easy for me when I cut my hand in the very beginning of this to say, dude, it hurts, man, I can't go on. It's so easy to make that excuse, and you know what? I can live with that. That's a viable excuse, right? But is it the truth? Can you go on? What else do you want? Is this stronger than your dreams? And do you put as much time and attention into your dreams as you do your fears? That makes sense to you guys? So many people think all day long on what they're scared of. Before a wrestling match, back in the day, I remember a lot of my opponents be like, oh man, what happens if I lose? What happens if I get caught? What happens if they take me down? What the fuck are we talking about? All that tension, all that energy going into the possibility of failure. Why can't the individual, the human, erase that mentality? And put all that tension is, how great it's going to feel when I pin that motherfucker, when I take him down, when I beat him down in front of his home crowd, when I win something, when I go after something, when I put the work in and achieve it. Why don't we think that way? We're always thinking about losing something being taken from us, trying to maintain what we have. We can't lose this shit. It's so valuable. Why do we think that way? Why are we always thinking about the fears, the worst case scenario? All we do is put all that energy in there. Why don't we put the energy into the dreams that can be? The reason why you're doing that, if you are putting all that time and effort into fears instead of your dreams, it's because you're not doing this enough. You're not in here killing yourself enough. You're not working hard enough. You're not studying hard enough. You're not burning the midnight oil every night, which prevents you from staying awake in the midnight hours later in life wondering what it could have been. You erase that shit through all of this fucking payment, guys. It's free. You don't need to shoot up for it, you don't need to snort, you sweat for it. And then when you leave here, it's an abdominal will is just been nurtured. You don't think about second place. You think about first, and then the legacy, and building the gap between you and every other fucking person. But unless you go through this shit, there's no value in first place. You haven't put enough time on the job, enough effort. You haven't sacrificed enough to know what the value of that fucking title means. So therefore, all you do is think about, well, I hope I don't lose this third place trophy I have. You understand what I'm saying, guys? The more and more you do this shit, the more and more it becomes almost impossible to accept second place outside of here. Impossible. Again, guys, I said earlier, it's spelled impossible. Perception on how we see things, guys. We create it or we destroy it right here. We either give birth to our fear or we blaze the path of our dreams. You're either living your dreams or living your fears, one or the other. And which one are you giving the most time to?